The music surrounds you, cause you know it's true. These songs are played for you. You know that you like it, and it's in your ear. I try
You
to
know, you gotta
tell
sing, you gotta dance, you gotta smile, you gotta romance, you gotta laugh, you gotta life,
You gotta live.
you gotta.
You're riding shotgun with Dean Fredericks.
Righty then, guys. How you doing? It's my first YouTube show, my first outing on YouTube, and don't know what to expect. What I'm gonna do tonight, but I really just want to tune into the YouTube as well, because I've been doing stuff on other channels, but I should probably be doing something on YouTube. So, you know, and that is that, man. Hey guys, what's up? What's up? What's up? So we're gonna look through our show from this afternoon. And what do we do? Did a couple of tracks there. We started off with Oleta Adams, and that was "Get Here If You Can." I don't know if you know that one, but that was that one, right? And then there was Rashawn Patterson after that with "I Gotta Get to Where You Are." I'll take a bus, plane, train, or car. Was that one, right? And then we had the man who can be moved. So one day, oh my gosh, I gotta take my dog for a walk real quick. And that means I'm gonna have to leave the studio. But I'll take him for a real quick walk, and I think I'll pause. I'll just wait for you guys to build up more and more and more and more. If there is more of you guys coming, that'll be cool. So yeah, this is just the thing that the time zones in America and UK is totally different. So that means I have to consider staying up later to do actually a good show on YouTube. You know what I mean? So that's that. But nonetheless, um, it seems okay. Everything's working properly. That's the main thing, isn't it? Isn't it? Let me just see what else is. So I'll just say subscribe there for now. I'll just leave that on for now. Take the dog for a quick walk. Come back and see if you guys are still gonna be here. And yeah. Yeah, guys, I don't know if you heard what I said earlier on, but what I'll be doing is I will be taking the dog for a walk just so that he can get off my back, man, and then I'll be right back. That's what I'm gonna do, man. So thanks for tuning in, and I hope you enjoy the show with me. Okay, but I'll come back after I've taken the dog for a walk. Okay. So yeah. So everybody, guys, if you are out there, can you type a message, please? That's how I'm gonna know that you guys are here, and I'll be waiting for your, you know, comment. Actually, very late at night. I don't know what's the time in America. Let's just see. So it's prime time right now. Actually, Chicago it's 7 o'clock. Denver is at 6 o'clock. Then we got Phoenix at 5. Los Angeles at 5 o'clock. So this is prime time, eh? This is prime time, man. Brilliant stuff. I'll just have to wait a second. Maybe grab a cup of tea and be back in a second, right? Yeah, guys, I'm back, man. So, um, yeah, I'm just gonna see what's gonna come of the show because I actually didn't plan for this. So, yeah, but let's do this on YouTube, man. And so because I can't play music on YouTube, I just this is a little bit difficult for me. You know what I mean? I really want to play some music in between as well, but not just I don't know. Maybe should just become something. But let's see what happened during the show today. So started off my show with. So I have a show on Mixcloud, a radio show, where every week, every Monday from 4 o'clock in the UK, 4 p.m. UK time, I I play a show where I just chat and just give me a second. So yeah, like I said, every Monday I have a show on Mixcloud where I basically do a radio show where I play music and I chat in between. And I've been doing this for like 2 years now. This radio show called "You're Riding in the Shotgun" with Dean Fredericks. Dean Fredericks, man, and that's what I do. And so this will be my this was my 79th show today. And I just thought maybe I should start doing something on YouTube as well, and where I just chat maybe a little bit, and just have some fun. And let's see where it goes, because the breaking news and everything just happens all the time. So maybe, and I just want to stay live. I don't want to, I don't know, venture into programming stuff, but I just think I should keep it like live. And so yeah, this is where we are. So maybe I'll just use this as a space where I go, what was good, what was bad, right, about my show. And in the meantime, you guys can tune in and as well and listen. And if you got an idea of wanting your own show, like a live show, then maybe you should just use some of my ideas. See what I do. So at the moment, I'm using OBS as my broadcasting, and all the other things is quite easy to master. YouTube has a huge range of tutorials, people helping you out to set up something, and this is where we're at now. And this is my show. So this is my 79th show today for the 13th of October 2025. And it started off so I play music, like I said, I play music all the time. And so I started off with playing Oleta Adams and the song Get Here. You can reach me by railroad, you can reach me by snail mail, whatever, right? I don't care how you get here, just get here if you can. There are hills and mountains between us, never easy to get out. And that song, right? So I played that song. That was my first one. And then the second one I played was Rashawn Patterson, Where You Are. I gotta get to where you are. I'll take a bus, plane, train, or car. All I know is that I must find a way to get to where you are. And that was that. And then I started off talking about basically the weather, because the weather has been changing here in Glasgow. And it's just been really wild. I'm broadcasting from Glasgow, and the weather's been changing really badly. So and that's that. And then I mentioned what else did I mention? I mentioned that, and I mentioned that the world is going crazy, right? Because the world is going crazy. Everybody's going crazy monkey. people standing up for patriotic rights and things like that, and just being, the whole world with the wars going on in Ukraine and in Palestine and all of those things. That's what I mentioned, really. And then I took a break because basically took a break because then I have a feature in my show. My first feature is the glove box. So then I went to the glove box and I played a song. The song is called The Man Who Can't Be Moved by the Script, right? And so what I do in the glove box is basically the glove box, because my show is called You're Riding Shotgun. It's basically a drive show where I basically play music and chat in between. And so when it gets to the first thing, is like, the first thing, what do? You get in your car. You grab out your sunglasses, man. So that's what I do every time when I get to the glove box. I grab out my sunglasses and I scratch in the glove box. And in the 80s and the 90s, when you didn't have all of these MP3s and things, you had CDs and you had cassettes, and where they were stored in your, glove box, right? And you would grab out of your glove box whatever you had there. And so that's where the idea came from, right? And so then it's the script. It was the script this week. It was The Man Who Can't Be Moved. And how does it go again? And maybe one day you wake up and na-na-na-na-na-na, and your heart starts to wonder where on this earth I could be, thinking maybe we come back into the place where we meet. You see me waiting for you on the corner of the street, so I'm not moving. I'm not moving, yeah. That song, right? And that song, after that song, I came back, and obviously every week, every time I play a glove box tune, I talk a little bit about the song, and I get some information online, and I talk about that, right, and what the song did on the charts, and etc., etc. And then I gave a shout out to my partner, or my significant other, as I call her. She was traveling back from Ireland, where she was visiting, and then she's touring a part of Scotland as well. So I was talking a little bit about that. Okay. And she was actually, just fresh off the plane. Excuse me. She was just fresh off the plane. And then I came back and chatted about that. And I said that Murphy was in the studio with me. Murphy the dog, he's still in the studio with me. Where is he? Murphy boy. Where's Murphy? Where's my boy? Where is he? Oh. He's right under the chair. He's so quiet, this boy. He's so quiet. He's like a spy, an assassin. He's under my seat, watching me, calling for him. Anyway, so I mentioned that, and then I went to two tunes. I went with Kylie Minogue, and I'm spinning around. I'm spinning around. Get out of my way. I know you're crazy 'cause you like it like that. That song, right? And then I went to what tune did I play? Oh, I played Lisa Stansfield. Been around the world and I can say my baby. I don't know when, I don't know why. Why is the na 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 na? And then I came back from that, and normally I've got like this segment where I start talking about my schedule and what my week was like. But now recently I didn't, I didn't actually bother doing that anymore. I didn't. I don't talk about my week anymore because I don't think people want to know about my week anymore. But that was brilliant, when it was something. I would just like document my week, kind of like in a diary. And that was cool because, if you listen back to the show in 50 years' time, I'll know what I was doing that week. That was like trivial though. But it was good while it lasted. But now I come back and I chat about a little bit about the most important news and things that's going on in the world, which is actually more important for everybody else. And so I talk about that, and I like to ask AI questions. I'm like one of these people nowadays. I like to ask AI a whole bunch of questions, and just try and see if AI is gonna mess up or anything like that. And see what questions and how you need to ask AI questions, because there's a way, right? I've noticed, and a friend has also told me that you gotta ask please and thank you, for AI when you ask it things. Otherwise, it's gonna give you like a whole lot of, mess ups, right? Before it gives you a good product. So just ask please first time, and maybe you'll get something. Um, and so what else? And then I was talking about the road etiquette. Yeah, oh yeah, the British have like road etiquette, man. How you, how you are on the road. If you're taking gaps too much, and just speeding, people will just drive slow in front of you, or whatever, to like upset the other driver. There's ways of getting back at somebody, and this is what they do. And there's ways of being nice, right? So one of the ways of being nice is you gotta like say thank you when somebody has waited for you to pass down a road that's very narrow. Excuse me. And so there's like this whole list of things that was brought up about that. So then Apple was sued for copyrighting books, or for books that they have used that were copyrighted. And so now they're in trouble for that. And also Human Rights Watch turned down donations from all these comedians that were, I don't know, went to the Saudi Arabia Comedy Festival, the Riyadh Comedy Festival. So maybe we can see if we can pull up some of these clips here. Let's see if we can add me on this here. There we go. So I'm using OBS at the moment. Oh my gosh, what am I doing? Undo that. This is the thing that I need to move out of the way here. Something like that. So I was gonna show you actually videos, and I hope I can do that while I'm broadcasting. Okay, when I get to that, I'll do that, right? I'll try and do that. But for now, let's look at this the schedule. So then I give the schedule, right? So then I say the Glove Box, famous artists, No They Didn't. I mention out all Eddie Bell's Big Tune of the Week, and my movies and live track, and that is all my show. That's my whole show, right? So then I just read out my schedule and what I'm going to do for the day, or for the 2 hours, or the hours that you are with me. And then, yeah, I played. What did I play after that? I played "Wake Me Up When September Ends" from I forget the band's name. What's the band's name? Wake me up when September ends. You know that one, right? Forget the band's name. Let me see. Where is this? Just rather just check it up and go. Yeah. But that song bombed out of me because it was the the cinematic version of that tune, and it wasn't really what I was looking for. I was really looking for what's happening here. I don't want to play anything here now. There was a cinematic one of "Wake Me Up When September Ends," but I didn't really like that. Didn't really like that because it was like a whole sad scene of you know. Anyway, I'll just get to this playlist that I had. Okay, here we go. The playlist. So the playlist I squeeze up on YouTube so that people can check the playlists out as I, every week I publish it. After my show, it gets published, and so yeah, and then come on, man, pause. Yeah, there we go. Paused. Oh man. Actually, lucky that it's playing over. There we go. So now I can scroll, and see what does it. Okay, let me just first do this and this, and there we go. So now I just want to show you this. So where is that? Sorry, this is fresh, I'm just doing this live, so you can drop your comments and tell me how the show's going so far. Or so "Wake Me Up When September Ends" is by Green Day. That's what I should have known, actually. Anyway, "Wake Me Up When September Ends," and I played that, right? And then that song bombed on me because it was supposed to be the proper version, but then it wasn't. And then I played "September Love" by Juice, and I don't know if you know that song, but it goes like, then we'll know that we are in September, love. I don't know if you know that song, but that's that. Why is this thing? Yeah. So, and then what I did was, so then I go to my famous artists, right? And what was the question? I was like, do you live in the moment? Because I live in the moment. That's what I said, right? That's I can remember that. Do you live in the moment? Where's that question? AI gave me a brilliant answer. So, to be fully engaged, what it means to live in the moment. That's what I'll ask AI, right? And you can see there on the screen, I've got that up. To live in the moment means to be fully engaged and aware of the present rather than being lost in regrets about the past and anxieties about the future. And I have regrets and I have anxieties about the future, but I do not wallow in them. I don't know why I don't. But I used to be very, worried about little things, but not anymore. I'm just growing now. I think the older you get, the more you learn about yourself. And then I did my famous artist called Aha, the band, the Norwegian band, and they did a song called "Take On Me, Take It On Me, Take Me On." So they did that, and I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so tired, actually. I don't know. I'm trying to keep it all together here, but I'm actually very tired because it's UK time now, and oh my gosh, it's actually 24 minutes past 1 in the morning. I gotta go, actually, because it's actually so late, man. But this is the time, I should be awake, actually. But this has just been a test, and I probably will come back to another stage. But for now, I'm gonna have to say goodbye. But yeah, thanks.